Atari 2600 system, please, and everything that goes with it.
Everything? You sure you want everything?
I want everything.
Now you get a new low price, up to $30 a rebate office, and a free pack.
Is that everything?
It's not everything. You can get nearly 300 different cartridges.
300?
That's nothing.
It's something.
But it's not everything. Soon there'll be a voice module, trackball, remote control joysticks, and a computer keyboard.
It's amazing.
It's amazing, but it's not everything.
It's not everything.
Soon there'll be educational games, too.
Is that everything?
That's everything. For now.
For now?
The Atari 2600. Now get up to $30 in rebate offers, plus a free Pac-Man.
Hello, and welcome to another edition of Talkin' Atari with the Amazing Atari Aficionado. So, thank you guys, as always, for watching. I figured that I would show off some of the cool manuals that I have. So, here is Star Master and Mega Mania. I had gone over the Activision games in one of the last episodes. Never got around to showing you guys these cool instruction booklets. Even though they're thin, they are packed full of a lot of information. Sometimes they have information about the developers, or just like additional gameplay, strategy, stuff like that. Even though, like I said, they're very thin, they certainly pack a punch. And you definitely do not see manuals like this around at all. Here we have Stampede. So that is very cool. That's once again, Activision always really like to kind of show off and, you know, bring attention to the developers. Then, of course, that brings us to our Atari, official Atari game. So here is Haunted House, as well as Asteroids, classic arcade game. So, very neat. And they even have like a game select matrix on the back of this one. You know, it's just cool just looking through these manuals, because they really do explain the game well, and they really do help to immerse you in the game, help you imagine, you know, the spiders and bats and just really cool things all around, for sure. And you gotta love that front artwork. You know, it's just, you just don't see artwork like that anymore. You know, a lot of work and effort was put into this. Here we have Defender and Video Pinball, of course. Every system has to have their pinball games. Just, you know, it's got some helpful hints and stuff like that. Pretty cool. Defender, now this is a really thick, super thick booklet for sure. So there's obviously a lot going on with this game. I'll need to get excuse me, I'll need to get around to reading through all of this. I mean, there's just a lot here. So just a ton of shit here. So, scoring. There's scoring. There's 20 game variations. I'd like to see Xbox One or PlayStation 4 pull that off. Of course, here we have Pac-Man and Combat. And speaking of Pac-Man, obviously I'll be giving away the extra one. So don't forget about the contest. I'll remind you guys once again about that at the end of the video. But there's some beautiful Pac-Man artwork in here. Like I said before, say what you will about the game, that's just awesome. You know, that makes me want to play Pac-Man. You know, it gets me in the mood. It's fun, you know, even though it's kind of a shitty game, a lot of people actually really do enjoy it. And of course there's combat, tons of detail, great animation. You know, it's kind of unfortunate. Like, I wonder what happened to a lot of these people that did the animation for the Atari games, the Magnavox Odyssey 2 games, you know, for any of the games. You know, the Nintendo Entertainment System had some great iconic box artwork. Here I have some Sears Telegames covers and various manuals. One of them is obviously smaller, the other one's bigger. The Warlords one is like huge. And there's some more. I mean, it's crazy because there's like additional artwork on the inside. Like, they did not need to do that. They absolutely didn't need to do that, but obviously they went to a lot of trouble. And it's just so cool. Like this one, for example, like there's Missile Command. And then check out the inside. Look at that. I mean, you just you just don't see that anymore. This is really, really cool. And then we got a couple more here. Space Invaders. And then you have the Air-Sea Battle. So a few more. These are obviously from Atari. Here's the backs. I'm not really doing a good job showing the backs. But these are all from various years. You know, some say 77, some say 80, some say 82, 83. So that is definitely cool. And finally, we got Dodge 'em and Combat. The Smurf by Coleco. We have the I have the Smurf manual. Another awesome manual, just super cool. I love the pictures of the Atari. Always looks great. Like I said, I eventually will come back to giving this game another chance. I don't know, I didn't really care for it, unfortunately. Here is Frogger. This is a horizontal manual. Like, I mean, they're all, I guess, horizontal, but this one's sort of like thinner, though. It's more of a rectangle. Other than being like vertical like this, it's horizontal. So it gives it for a little bit of a bigger manual for sure. But there is that. For Atari and Sears video game systems, this is Parker Brothers. And then here's that weird, you know, Gorilla game Amidar. Just really strange. Really weird, for sure. Alright guys, I actually have a couple more cool things to show you. Some of you guys may have seen this before in an earlier video. But here is the... This is the black Atari from 1983 box, which is really awesome in like amazing, amazing condition. Really cool that this still exists. It came with a free Pac-Man as well as a free copy of Combat. And I love the picture on the back of the family. And they have some games listed here, which I have all of the games listed, which is pretty cool. I think just about. I'm missing... no, I think I have Centipede. I should have Centipede. Yeah, I have like all of these games, which is nuts. But I thought you guys would enjoy that. And there is the old school television, of course. Gotta have a picture of that. So that is pretty cool. And then last, of course, but not least, I have a ton of cases. So here is the Parker Brothers Amidar box. And this one is just like really neat because it opens up kind of like a jewelry box. If you've ever seen the little boxes that like rings and stuff come in, it's kind of neat. So there is that. So I have that game complete. And then of course I have the box for Air-Sea Battle and the box for video pinball. So those are pretty neat. Those are pretty cool. Right. And then, of course, can't go wrong with Pac-Man. There's Missile Command. So the artwork on the manuals obviously were similar to the artwork on the boxes. Here is Dodge 'em and Space Invaders. Love these like bright pink boxes and bright blue boxes. Just really eye-catching. That's really awesome. Looks like an album cover for Boston. If any of my fans know Boston. And then of course there is Combat. This is like in really good condition. Really pristine condition. And then this is my favorite box. I have the box, of course, for Pitfall 2. Unfortunately, I do not have the manual. The manual was missing. But that is pretty damn cool, if I'd say so myself. So David Crane's Pitfall 2 by Activision. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and that is it. That is essentially all of the cool Atari stuff I have. And then there's one other cool Atari thing. As I was explaining in my previous videos, it's so funny that I would choose to start talking about and recording videos about Atari and Atari games and Atari stuff, because I've just been getting so lucky acquiring new Atari stuff consistently. And this is the big one, ladies and gentlemen. I finally got a hold of an Atari Junior, or the Atari 26 Mini, as some would call it. Essentially, it's just an Atari 2600. But it is definitely souped up for sure. It still has all of the usual, buttons on here, the difficulty switches. It has the select switch, the reset switch, the black and white switches, as well as, of course, the on and off button. And then there's even a nice, handy dandy channel selector. The channel selector was on the earlier models, but you actually had to use a screwdriver and stick it into the console to switch it, so it was definitely a little annoying. Power is still in the back, controllers are still in the back, so all that's still the same, but overall this is a very impressive machine. There was a lot of work, a lot of effort, just a lot of tech put into this. A lot of collectors say that if you want a machine to play all of your games on that's small, gets the job done, and is the most efficient, it would be this one, or obviously one of the original 6 switchers, which are actually pretty hard to come by anymore. You just don't see them that much. So it was really awesome that this got traded in at the company that I work for at a different store, and somebody was nice enough to send it to my store, and then I was able to save up store credit and purchase it. So you gotta love that store credit. But yeah, phenomenal pickup. Absolutely ecstatic that I have this. If any of you guys are friends of mine, I can't even speak, on Facebook, you guys might have seen pictures of this. Expect a lot more. The Pac-Man contest obviously will be ending. There will be one last video. I'm essentially going to be doing 5 Atari Aficionado videos, and then obviously I'm going to start reviewing the games, individually. So there'll be individual episodes. But I kind of just wanted to get my feet wet. Just kind of get these out there, see what kind of reaction that you guys give. I know there's a lot of video game reviewers on YouTube, and I know that a lot of people are kind of getting tired of that. So hopefully this is something that interests you guys, and hopefully these episodes go over really well. Once again, for the Pac-Man contest, not only are you going to win this, but you're going to win a box of goodies, a little envelope So just basically put an envelope together with a bunch of cool goodies and giveaways. The way that you get entered to win the contest is you leave a comment in the comments below that automatically puts your name in the drawing. 1 comment per video, of course. So anyhow, thank you so much for watching today's awesome episode of the Amazing Atari Aficionado. Take care, everybody.